gentlemen, so today's a special day because right behind you, you guys see, yes sir, that is a R32 Skyline. 33, I'm sorry, 33, my bad. I'm tired. We have a show tomorrow, I'm tired. I'm on full caffeine. But this is actually just got picked up from Michigan and I have an opportunity to finally show it to you guys. Look at this, look at this. This is a legit right-hand drive R33 Skyline Type M, which I have no idea what the Type M is. And the first thing you guys need to know is that this is not my car. This is not my car, right? I know the thumbnail and the title, but I didn't specifically say it was my car. But the reason why I'm making this video is because this is probably the most OEM looking Skyline I have a chance to actually see in person that's not like someone else's at a show, for example. So my buddy Chomps, if you guys know, if you guys watched my TikToks a while back, Chomps was always a recurring character here and there, but he and I go way back, like 10 years. He was one of the original trade school groups, which I have to make a whole video about that, stories and stuff. He finally picked this up today. He went to work, got off work, went straight to Michigan, picked it up, got this bad boy. For a long time, he's always been into JD. If you guys need to know who Chomps is, he's behind the camera actually. Chomps is a huge GM guy. Like he works GM, he loves GM, he has a GM truck. He's always been LS. But when he told me a couple days ago that he was looking for like a Skyline, I was very like, do tell. So no, I was genuinely surprised. But no, he wanted something like like a typical like classic car vibe, like something you take out of the weekends. He wanted something stock. If you guys need to know, Chomps is also very, very like touchy about his cars. Like he likes them clean. He's a mechanic, so like he already knows he doesn't want all that. So like he searched all over the country to find something. And if you guys know, market prices right now are pretty like up there for the value of these cars. He didn't want to find something like too beat up and it's got a lot of like mods in it, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing, guys, like the more OEM you start off with, the better you're kind of like at, because it's factory. And dude, it's so quiet. It is so quiet in this car. Like you can't even hear anything, which is great. But I know, I just want to have a chance to kind of like talk about it and show it. And then like, I mean, it's not often, I get a chance to see a real Skyline until I'm in Japan. But yeah, no, like right away. So first thing you guys need to know is, I'm trying to find the engine latch here. When I tell you this thing is stock, here it is. This thing is stock. Look at that. A stock RB25. This is a Series 2. So if you guys don't know, a Series 2, the only difference between a Series 2 and Series 1 is throttle position. Instead of an ignition chip is actually coils on plug. I believe the turbo is slightly different. And then fun fact, this is really interesting. It still has a Mitsubishi style cam sensor. That's interesting. This is a first gen. Okay. You know what's funny? That's funny you say that. Chomps, like, because the ad says it was a Series 2. Body. Oh, okay. Oh, that's really interesting then. That's really interesting. So that means if it's a Series, no, it's not. It's a Series 2. Look, it doesn't have the ignition chip on it. The ignition chip would have been right here. This is a Series 2 motor. So I wonder, because if you guys know, the Series 2 cam sensor, it's like this big, like bulky, it's got like a hockey puck in the front. So and literally, if you guys don't know, the Series 2 and Series 1s are practically identical. They aren't internally. I swapped heads, swapped pistons, swapped rods. Like they're like interchangeable. It's just ignition and cam sensors just a little bit different. So another thing too, look how clean this interior is. Very, very, very clean interior, right? Like other than the aftermarket radio, but everything else is completely stock. He paid good money to get a car that he wants to modify himself. This is a GTST model, so it's obviously rear-wheel drive, RB25, and honestly, like it looks good. So like I said, like it's just one of those things that's like, wow, this is really, really nice. But here's the thing, would I ever own one of these? No. I will never, ever own an R chassis just because, like I've always told you in the past, it's a lot of money. Let's just break it down. It's a lot of money. It's a big investment. Good investment for the owner if you keep it good, like in good condition. Technically, if Chomps ever wanted to sell this in the future, he might get a good turnover investment. But another issue too, the legals. Like we talked about the Stagia back at Enthusiast Showcase. If you get into an accident, it's a lot of paperwork, a lot of headache from I heard from owners, right? Nope, never getting the car back. Finding parts now is a little bit easier. Insurance probably kind of getting used to now because like a lot of chases are already here in this country. Like more cars are becoming more JDM cars are becoming more relevant, which makes things easier. But the issue is that at the end of the day, this thing is a unique item. For drifting, oh, I'll take it all day. I'm waiting for someone to crash a 4-door and I can pick it up for dirt cheap, swap a motor in it, good to go. No title, no problem, because it's a race car. But that's the thing, like, because we never got it in the States, it's just, it's a nice car. But just like with any other car in the future, like, I don't know, it's not even just JDM specifically I'm kind of like stepping away from. Anything, you know, like a newer Supra, you know, Mustang, Camaro, it's just a lot of money, dude. I don't know, man. I just don't want to pay that kind of money, you know? I'd rather buy something cheap and then just kind of put something together for now, you know, keep it simple. But anyways, but when Chomps told me, you know what's funny? Chomps told me, I told him, hey, I'm gonna go with you when you pick it up. This dude was already out there by the time I woke up. But you know what? I told him, hey, I'm still gonna meet with you regardless because I wanted to see this thing in person. But yeah, no, I mean, like, you know, I know the first thing he said he wants to do, he wants to put a nice HKS. He specifically wants an HKS on this thing, specifically, because he likes, like, Chomps is also bougie. Like, if he's gonna put something nice stuff on it, in reasonable perspective, like, he's not gonna spend 4Ks on Rays, because that's still a lot of money. Like, let's let Rays are very expensive. Wheels in general are very expensive, but he's gonna do some small stuff to it, you know, K&N air filter, HKS exhaust, probably some new brakes on it, new tires, new wheels. And then we'll see where he does from there, you know? But his goal is just to be like, hey, I have a weekend car. I can just take out the shows. You know, I think everyone should have a fun weekend car to take to anywhere, right? And I mean, dude, and the fact that he owns an R chassis is so crazy. Like, it's just, like, you know, like I said, this is the most basic, like, performance for, like, a stock RB, because all the RBs I messed with, other than, like, my original, like, you know, 240 back in the day, that was still technically a stock engine, I just never felt what a stock power feels like it, like, for a long time. No, this thing is fantastic. Like, it's like rust free, you know, like, it's like a gray silver, like, or some kind of metallic on it. I like how, like, I don't know if this is a sticker. It's a sticker. Look how it's like coming apart. You know, I'm trying to convince Chomps to come to Japan with us so he could get some nice stuff for his Skyline. But no, like, dude, like, this thing is just, and it's really quiet. Do I have to put the clutch in? Gotta make sure it's always in neutral. And that's it. Look how quiet it is. Oh, and what's also interesting about this car, it's got the Hikes on the back here. If you guys look down here, it's kind of hard to see, but oh yeah, look, there it is. There's that. Look. Yeah, look at that Hikes, man. That's crazy. And not a lot of people like the Hikes because they just get rid of it or deactivate it because it's like not something you really want to use. But no, this thing is awesome. All right, we're gonna get in the passenger seat. I'm gonna go around the parking lot real quick. It's not every day I get to in an R chassis. Thank you, Chomps, for letting me. I'm only driving around the parking lot. I'm not driving this on the road. The last thing I want is something happen. Okay, so I've only driven a few cars right-hand drive. So it's oh dude, and a drifting one right-hand drive is like so weird. Chomps actually got the hang of it pretty good, actually. Clutch feels really nice. No, but the car feels great. Like, the steering is very tight. And even just like kind of just chilling around. I wonder if the Hikes is on. That's the thing I want to know. You know, I thought there would be a button here, but I think it's just maybe like depending on what speed it might activate. Oh, and some of his friends are here actually. But yeah, no, this thing is like, no, it's really sick. Yeah, everything's like in kilometers and different measuring systems, so you can't even tell what measuring it is. But no, this thing is awesome. I'm so glad that one of my friends got an RB. Dude, this thing is, see, like, this is enough for me. Like, I'm completely intent driving a right-hand drive car in the parking lot. Like, I'm in preschool or something. And then when he gets the nice exhaust on it, oh, dude. And then I think just shifting it's just like, I don't know how people drift right-hand drive. It's like, you gotta, it's gotta be so weird. I feel even weird right now. But no, I just wanted to have my first thoughts on an R chassis. Like, you know, like I said, I've seen R chassis before, but I just never had a chance to really, like, you know, I'm not gonna ask someone at a show to drive their car, you know, that's kind of rude. But if it's your friends, like, oh yeah, clutch kick it, slam it. But no, this thing is awesome. And it's super simple too. Like, and the AC still works on this thing, that he said. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot it's in Celsius. I believe this thing is R12, so when this thing does go out, he needs to convert it. 96. Oh, you think so? Yeah. But it's Japanese though. They might have different. Yeah. I haven't really looked too. I just figured it wouldn't work, but it works. So. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you already know you put like high, like what, 90, 91 octane. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna go put. I gotta fill it. Yeah. But no, this thing is like, yeah, he's like, I mean, especially right now, it's like mid-August right now. Old electronics. Oh yeah, and then so if you guys don't know, that the dealership that he went to in Michigan says is this radio won't work because it only picks up Japanese signal, and there's obviously no Japanese radios here, so this thing is just dead. So the frequency. Yeah. It's cool. The clock too is like, you know, it's just, it's got like that 90s cockpit style. But and then it's got the cigarette lighter, you know, ashtray. All right, the I don't know if this is a cup holder or not, right?
Kind of a cup.
Yeah, it's a, you got, you know, it's just got 90s aesthetic to it. But no, this thing is a nice car, Chomps. It's a really, really nice car. And it's like the door, the one thing I didn't expect, like how heavy this door is. I know our chassis are a little bit heavier, right? When people like, that's like one of the biggest things that people made a comment on when they drift these things. But no, dude, this thing is, I mean, it's so new, in fact, that he got it, that still got like this dealership plastic carpeting on it. But no, he's gonna, I am very confident Chomps is gonna make it real. He was like, oh yeah, this is just go straight to the garage. My lawnmower, putting that bad boy outside, putting outside, don't even worry about it. But no, this thing is a nice car, nice car. So, my final take on this thing, and this is a very unique situation. I'm not planning on making like review content or whatever, but it's just, you know, it's an R chassis. Of course I'm gonna say something, you know, because it's like, I don't get to see these every day. I'm starting to kind of get desensitized though, if I'm honest, just because we see them a lot at car shows, but I'm very happy they're becoming a lot more relevant. So now, you guys are probably asking, how much does it cost to get an R chassis? Well, thankfully Chomps did a lot of research. You won't be touching an R chassis around 30, like at least 30K for a clean one.
You can get one that's already got way too many mods done to it.
Yeah, maybe 25, 20.
Who did the work? When was it
You have
done?
no idea, no documentation.
You know
like,
the car's been beat on if it's market.
So, and that's a perspective. And then like, and you know what? Like, these cars will just get more expensive in the future at, you know, especially with the tariffs and stuff like that. I know Sam made a lot of videos about it, but it's just like, you really want to pick it up at now if you can, before things get worse. And a lot of people will always choose like a dealership over like sometimes like private sales, because just like there's documentation, like you're going to an actual like official license area, especially like, you know, because since he bought this from Michigan, he has to pay Michigan tax and then he has to pay Illinois tax. So, and then obviously like making sure it's like legit, it's not VIN swap. That's like another thing too, that people don't really do VIN swap anymore. That used to be like a big thing like 10 years ago. But yeah. Nowadays, like, you know, it's legal now, so people just kind of, you just go through the paperwork. Could you get it cheaper? Yes, you can. If you ship it by yourself, go to an independent dealer or whatever, you probably, honestly, at the end of the day, you probably save maybe 6 grand, 5 grand maybe, you know, but is it really worth all that trouble at the end of the day? And you have to wait for it too. When he bought this car today, there was actually, the dealership was picking up 2 more R chassis that are coming in.
10 weeks.
Yeah. So it's just like, it time versus money, you know?
Then
so
you take the risk of shipping it. Well,
yeah.
you do it yourself.
He literally went to the dealership and then he drove it for like, not even like, what, 5 minutes around the block?
Said, yep,
and he went straight to the bank and then picked up his money and bought this bad boy and got right over here, and now we're making this video. But yeah, no, I say, if you're, personally for me, you know, I wouldn't buy it just because of just like my values. But if you want a nice, clean car, right, and it's got full documents, it's fully legal, go to a dealer, unless you know someone that bought it from a dealer. You know, that's another thing. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, you have a right-hand drive Skyline that was never in this country. Some Japanese man bought this from the dealership, from Nissan, back in the day, 30 years ago plus, and now my buddy Chomps have it, some guy in Illinois. So yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. I just noticed it's still got that electronic antenna thing, you know? Oh, no, dude, this thing is mint. You know, now he's the pizza boy. Now he's the pizza guy. But anyway, guys, I just want to put my thoughts on it. Like I said, never had a chance to get to see one of these kind of cars. And you know, obviously, thank you, Chomps, for letting me, you know, see it, drive it, and stuff. You know, but yeah, now you gotta do a burn. Now you gotta do the New Zealand thing. You gotta do a Mad Bernie. Mad Bernies. All right, guys. Well, anyways, appreciate you guys watching this video. And also, if you guys are gonna be at the Elite Tuner show tomorrow, which this is, you know, you guys, it's already happened by now. But if I see you guys there at Cougar Stadium, say hi. I got stickers and everything. And if you guys are going to be at Final Bout, I'll see you at Final Bout. Chomps, you're going to Final Bout. Yeah. Anyways, all right, guys. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Chomps got a beautiful car. And if you guys also own, I still think the R32 looks a little bit cleaner. But, you know what? Hey, at least it's not an R34, because that would have been like $1 bajillion.
Car this shape.
Oh, yeah, easily. You know, they're like $100,000 minimum. I think I've seen the cheapest one I've seen for like a GTST was going for like 60. You know, and that's still crazy. That's still a lot of money. But anyways, all right, I'm gambling. We need to go eat. Yep. We're hungry. All right, signing out, everybody.